Are you aware, or do you know if we can text people that are on a do not call registry?
You cannot. The only way
Cannot text.
you cannot text them if they're on the do not call either. So that is for any type of solicitation communication. So do not call, do not text, same thing.
Okay. All right. And then if there is an agent or a broker that want us to maybe do an open house there, what was that procedure that you guys did before? Just call them up and ask them and send them that advertising sheet that's in the Miami RE thing?
They don't even have to do that. They can just ask if they will allow us to do an open house. Then we just say, okay. We're asking, can we do an open house for you? If they say yes, then we don't even ask anything for advertising. It's just once we get written consent that we can do an open house, then it's green light. You go about doing an open house just as if it was your listing.
Okay. Where is the written request format, or is it just an email?
Email.
Okay. All right. And we see you on that and everything?
Yes, please. The email, the form that you're talking about, they did away with that. Okay to advertise, they did away with that. They don't have that anymore. So now it says, yes, you're allowed to do an open house. Just keep that to cover our butts.
Okay, cool. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to you all, or in my world, is happy birthday to Trey. The missus and I, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day until tomorrow, the 15th, so that we can make today super special for my son, which is a win-win for me because I get all of my wife's Valentine's gifts for 70% off in most instances. And she loves chocolate, as you can tell by my lovely face. So it's going to be a good day, good, easy day today for me in terms of Valentine's stuff and not necessarily in terms of business. So I do want to say good morning to you guys again. Hope that you guys are having a great week. Great month, great year so far. I'm going to ask you again, update the activity tracker if you guys have not been doing that. This is not for me. This is if you want to see where your business is, where it's coming from, and where you are. As I said, 40% of our leads need to be gained in the first quarter. So by March, we have about a month and a half. By March, we should have 40% of the people in our funnel that we're going to gain, and then start cultivating and curating them until the end of the year. And maybe, hopefully, we'll be there when they decide to make a purchasing decision. We are going to have a good bit of time for Q&A today, just as you guys heard Sean asking me questions. And this is something that I want you guys to do. If you have questions, if they pop in your head, text me, call me, email me, or text me or email me where you'll get a faster response just because of the number of appointments that I'm having now, thank God, with different people, not all buyers or sellers. But there are opportunities to open up business for all of us. So a text or an email will be faster. And so we'll have a chance to do Q&A today. If you guys have questions, if something comes to your mind during this call, make sure you jot that down so you don't forget it. I am a big proponent of always writing down, having something to take notes with, even if it's in your phone, if it's a notepad, everywhere you go with a small pen or pencil so that you don't miss anything. I wanted to give you guys a quick scenario that happened last night. Well, the past 2 days. I was referred to a potential listing. It is an estate issue, a potential listing about 4 months ago. The sellers were not ready to list because they were in Colorado, and the mom had just passed. So it was a very emotional time. They've been just going back and forth. I've been in contact with them for 4 months. I sent a handwritten note. I found out their name, got their mailing address from Colorado, did some searching in Colorado Springs, got their mailing address. I sent them one of the books, the pre-listing books that I have. I sent that to them by mail. Well, I did that after doing a handwritten note card to make sure that the address was correct, sent them a pre-marketing book, and then they came into town here and they said, okay, Neil, we're ready to meet with you. Can you give us a call for tomorrow? I called tomorrow. The husband answered, said, well, we've already chosen an agent. And I say, all right, I wish you all the best. If it doesn't work out, let me know. And then I came home and I prayed, right? The next morning, I get an email, and then I sent a text to the wife because she was asleep. I said, Miss B, your husband told me that you guys had selected an agent. I know that we were set to have a call today because I called while you were resting. Would you let me know what I can improve upon so that I don't miss future opportunities like this, and I really want to improve my business? She responded immediately back. It was nothing that you did, but the agent, we have to do some renovations to the house. The agent's son is also a contractor. He's the one that's already working on the house. So we would feel bad about not using the mom after she referred us, the son to us. And so thanks for the feedback. Wish you guys all the best. And so then the next morning, she emails me and calls me. Neil, we slept on it. We thought about it. We want you to come in and at least talk to us. And I said, I would be excited too. I moved some stuff around yesterday evening. And I said, Miss B, let me tell you how crazy I am, guys. So you guys see Sean's background, right? I'm sitting here. No, dude, I'm looking at you and your background, and I'm thinking that that's my background. And I'm thinking that I have an open door over here. It's because I'm looking in the mirror, man, because you look so handsome. We look just alike. I'm like, man. And I just had a brain fart moment. Did you guys see me freeze? And I'm like, who is this black woman behind me? Ain't no black woman supposed to be in my house, right? So that's why I stopped. But then I asked her what changed her mind, and she says, the other agent, she was the same agent that sold the house to her mom in 97. All right. She said, but I liked you. And then I was like, well, what do you mean? She says, it was something about the video with your son that made me feel like I had to have a meeting with you. And she's talking about the interview that I did with my son that I sent out to all of my sphere, right? So I just wanted to let you guys know that we might think that it has to be business all the time, but the like factor is so big. Now, I had a plan when I went into the listing presentation. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to go in, I had my binder ready. I had my computer ready to go into tablet mode. I was going to show them everything. I walk in the house and it rained yesterday. I had my whole booties, my disposable shoes. I had it ready. So I come in and I knock on the door, show up right on time, and they say, Neil, so glad to meet you. So glad that you're here. Can't wait to talk with you. And I go to put the booties on. And they said, Neil, no, stop. Just come in. I said, I want to be respectful. They were like, well, we're replacing all the carpet with laminate wood. Just come in. You'll give us motivation to get it done faster, the dirtier the carpet is. So I said, okay. And I walk in and I said, how are you guys doing? And they said, well, we're doing good, kind of wet. They're from Colorado, so they're talking about the weather. But then me having my backpack with my computer in it, having all my comps, having my laser pointer that I take with me on all of my listings to measure everything. I mean, I was ready to go through the spiel. And so the missus, she came and she said, I said, well, how do you want this to work? I knew how I wanted it to work. I said, how do you want this to work? Because I know you just had a meeting with an agent yesterday. Tell me how you want the process to go so that it's easier and less stressful on you. And so she says, I'm so glad you asked. Neil, I've had it up to here with this process. And I was like, well, tell me more. She says, my siblings are pulling on me to make the decisions. I have to meet with agents. I have to do this. And frankly, I've had it up to here. I just wanted to meet with you because I liked the video. You were nice. And at that point, I sat everything down and we did not talk about real estate for about 45 minutes. And so she went into talking about how hard it was. The reason that there was a delay was because her mom passed away. The siblings wanted to sell immediately, but this was mom's house, right? So in her mind, she's thinking about all the time she's visited and the memories that are there. And so that's what 45 minutes of our presentation was. And I was only there for an hour and 15 minutes, okay? I never pulled out a comp. I never pulled out any paperwork. I never did any of that. I sat there and I listened. So Charles, you will appreciate that. I sat there and I listened to everything she said. And then, well, Neil, what do you think? By the end of it, they were like, well, Neil, what do you think we should do? Well, what if her sister wants to buy the property? And I just tell them, if your sister wants to buy the property, we'll do an exclusion into the listing agreement where if she wants to buy the property, zero. I mean, I'm walking away. You guys are happy. I can get you connected to the title company and attorneys and all that, if need be. But if you guys already have an estate and probate attorney, see if she does title. And so the husband says, Neil, so if her sister buys the property, you're getting nothing? I said, no, I'm getting nothing. I said, I would be happy if you guys say, you know what, Neil did right by us. And that was about 45 minutes of listening. That was 5 minutes of talking right there on that. And then after that, the husband says, come here, buddy. So now I'm buddy. He says, come here, buddy. Let me show you around. We've never viewed the house. Come here, buddy. Let me show you around. Showing me all the upgrades and the renovations that they're doing just to make it, par to the market, right? Because mom lived there for a long time. And then, she passed away there. So they're doing some things to the property. And I walked them outside and it's a corner lot. I was like, ooh, this is nice that it's a corner lot, but, you guys aren't taking advantage of the full corner. And he was like, well, what do you mean? I said, I drove in this way because I wanted to see what the corner looks like. This side of the house, the side that's facing the north, has been totally ignored. He was like, you're right. I said, look at all these houses. That one just sold for $270. That one just sold for $265. This one just sold for $230. I said, what's the difference? He said, outside curb appeal. I said, that's the first thing. So we got $270, $265, and $230. And the biggest deal is that the outside curb appeal just was not there. And he was like, well, the other agent didn't tell me that, right? So little things like that make a huge difference. But I just want you guys to see that even when you have a plan and you know what you're going to do, stopping, asking questions, pausing, because if I would have gone in and someone is already fed up, their eyes would have been glazed over. They wouldn't have been listening to me. But after I left, the husband, he came, he says, Neil, well, I'm not going to lie to you. We like you more than we like the other agent, period. I said, okay. And then he says, we just have to tell her now that her son's going to do the work and she's not going to be the agent. And my thing was, I said, if you would like, I would be comfortable making that phone call on your behalf, if you would like. I said, and I would even offer her 0.5% more if she brought a buyer than what was listed in the MLS. Little things. And so now, he says, so we wouldn't have to do it. We wouldn't have to make the phone call. I said, no, but I want you guys to make a decision, get with me. Boom. So it looks like we'll be picking up that listing in Tamarack very, very soon. But the reason I tell that is so you guys can understand, we know when you know what you want to do, but we have to be flexible, right? And same thing, that's why we're doing all these scripts and role play and dialogue exercises, because I want us, when we know that we're supposed to get LP Mama, what location do you want to live in? How much do you want to pay? How quickly do you want to buy, right? We know what we want, but we need to be flexible and know how to maneuver around, because there are going to be times in conversations and meetings where it is 0% correct to talk about business. There may be some prospecting phone calls that you make, and it is inappropriate to talk about business. If you call someone, you say, hey, how are you doing? It's been a really crappy week. Don't say, well, I hope it gets better. Hey, are you interested in? Don't do that, right? If someone's open enough to tell you, because we ask, right? And I know the reason we ask is so people can ask us. But if you're going to ask, how are you today? And someone says, it's been a crappy week, it's been tough, not the best. Listen, respond to that, deal with that, let them know that they're valued and heard. And then only if they give you permission or that the opportunity is right, then go into business. But that might give you an opportunity to follow up with them later and say, well, you know what? How about I call you in a couple of days and see if things have turned around or see how things have turned around. So I just wanted to give that to you guys. You now probably have seen the RPR video that we did. It came out. I mean, I think they did a fantastic job making us look good and just touting their product at the same time. What I'm going to ask you guys to do, like, share, comment on that video, use that, share that video on your business pages. And I'm going to ask that you guys share the one that I put on, I think I put it on the World Renowned page. I don't want us sharing the link. I want us sharing the actual video. So you'll see too. If you guys look, you'll be able to see it. But the reason why I want people, especially if you were in the video, I want your people seeing you in the video that I posted on my page, on the World Renowned Facebook page. I made the, Charles, of course, I have a soft spot for you. I made the, what is it? Thumbnail. The thumbnail is the photo of Charles looking up like he's an intellectual. And the reason I did that was because I wanted a shot, or something to highlight different people. So I'm probably going to be changing that thumbnail. That's a quick, easy thing for me to do on the Facebook video. So I want you guys to share that and tell people what you do and how much we use tech and how much we use, resources to our advantage. For those of you who were at the Van Dyke training, I have seen a number of you already share your app that you have. For the rest of you, we're going to do something with Richie and make sure that everyone has an app. It's a really cool app from Mobility RE for capturing leads, for communicating, with text capture with short codes, also for doing open houses, as well as just people having a search feature for property. So that's going to be, I believe, a game changer for us, or something to supplement what we're already doing, make it a little easier and more streamlined. The last thing that I'm going to mention right now is that the Florida Realtor Market stats came out. They were out yesterday. So if you guys have not gone on and looked at the market stats, these are going to be the stats for quarter number 4 of 2018. So now we've already gotten the monthly stats. These should be the ones for quarter 4 for 2018. If you guys get those, use those. Now, a great thing that I do with the Q4 number and the charts is I go in and that's what I'm using for my mailers. So I'm going to target zip code 33020. I go in and I pull all of the history, the activity for single family homes in 33020 for the past 3 months. And then I send that out because this is quarterly. I can still get it to the printer, get it distributed, and it's still relevant. And I can say, well, the trends are showing this, this, and this. So that's something that I do. And it has been working very well as far as exposure is concerned. Now we're looking to turn those into actual listings. All right, I am going to pause. I'm going to mute myself, and anyone else have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and chime in now. Hold on, Sean. You got, man, guys, you guys got to forgive Uncle Sean. I'll unmute you. There you go, sir.
You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What is that mobility app? The mobility RE thing. What is that? I didn't see that.
None of your business because you wasn't there yesterday.
I was
No.
taking care of business.
So Mobility RE, it is, and you know what I'm going to do when I log in? I'm just going. The easiest thing for me to do is just to do a video of it on my phone and on the computer, and then I'll just share that with everyone who was not able to make it. And then you guys are going to be getting in a text message from Richard Rubel about setting up your Mobility RE. But it is pretty much, I say that it's better than it's our Zillow app. Okay, it's our Realtor.com app. So that's what it is. So you can share it with all of your people, and anytime they search. So think about how in the MLS, Sean, when someone is looking at the hold on one second. Think about it, how when someone is looking at the MLS, and we can see their activity. We can see, when they logged in on the right side of our screen. But what this does, every time someone logs in or likes a property, we receive a text message. And this tells us, hey, Sean, Neil is over here looking at properties. Neil favorited a property. Neil has, requested to apply for a loan, where we can apply online to Richie or Gabby over there. And once that happens, then we know now might be a time for me to really keep an eye on Neil over here because he's doing activity. And that's the best part. But then it has the text capture, where with a short code or the text into the number, we automatically get all the information. There's an option for sign writers and different things there. And I'm going to show you guys some creative ways to use the sign writers that they have, where we just print them out on 8.5 by 11 paper, create a tent, a trifold tent, and use that instead of having to have a big sign writer outside. If we're going to be doing open houses at other agents' listings, one of the first things they should see is some type of call to action. For all the info, text this number. So I don't print out physical brochures. I don't hand them a physical brochure, because once they have all the information, they don't need me, right? So what I do is I put up one of the trifold tents, and it says, for all the information on this home, text WRRE to 32323, something like that, right? And they text it, they immediately get all the information, which is what they want, but I get their contact info, which is what I want. And by them texting that number, now they've opted in, Sean, and I can call them and I can text them, even if they're on a do not call registry, because they initiated contact.
Exactly. Okay. Cool.
All right. Anyone else have anything else? Go ahead and chime in.
Nothing on my end, boss.
Thank you, sir. Real quick, so I do want to continue for another minute or so. At the event yesterday, Charles and Stanya got into a conversation about the number of people in their phones that they did not know, right? So Stanya, different personalities. So Charles goes through, if it says that he's supposed to call somebody, even if he doesn't recall who they are, Charles is making a phone call and saying, hey, this is Charles Sutton III with World Renowned Real Estate. I don't remember how, but your number is in my phone, so I know you're important or valuable. Can you remind me of how we met? Right? So he's doing a phone call first. Stanya is doing the same message, but in a text message first. So, hey, this is Stanya Collins. I know you're important because I have you in my phone. Could you remind me where we met? And then one of two things are happening. Either they're saying, oh, it's good to reconnect with you, or I have no idea who you are, disappear, right? But either way, when you have a lot of people that are in your phone that you don't know, don't be afraid to reach out. And I know that Charles and Stanya both have gotten good feedback, and they've started to either rekindle relationships, or they've started to forge new ones with people who were in their phone. So make sure you guys don't miss any opportunities. A big, big, big push don't forget, 40% of our leads need, I'm begging you guys, 40% of your leads need to be in your database by the end of March. Whatever that looks like, however we have to get there, we should really, really focus on doing that soon. All right, anything else from anyone else? Un momento, says Sean Eubanks. Hold on, I'm going to unmute you, sir. All right,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, we were at that video marketing over at Priority Lending, and he said that we could probably or should be doing like sending video messages and stuff like that. The text messages be about the same thing as a video message. Send it there, just try to get to that warm contact that you already got in your list. So,
well, wait. So on that, Sean, instead of, because what I know Dan uses BombBomb, right?
BombBomb, that's what it is.
So he uses BombBomb, but what I'm going to ask us to do, instead of just a text message, send a video text message, right? Instead of an SMS and an MMS, where you just shoot the video on your phone, 8 seconds or less. Hey guys, hey Joe, this is Neil. Just want to check in with you. If you have any real estate needs, give me a call and send. That's what I do. I do it all day, every day, for birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, just to check in, to rekindle, because now I don't have to get the BombBomb service or system, and BombBomb sends it through email, right? So they still have to go in and open the email. What I'm using the fact that 97% of all text messages are open in 2 minutes or less. So I know that even I believe that I was teaching the day before yesterday in Tampa, and 60% of all emails are thrown in the trash or deleted without even being opened. 60%, that's without even being opened. So what I'm doing is now it's more time for me, because I have to go in and do it individually for the message, because I want to make sure I say their name on every text message. Hey Sean, hey Charles, hey Stanya. I make sure I do that in every message. But then the response that I get is usually a video back from them, or wow, that was creative. That's the first text message, first video message that I've ever gotten. I messaged an agent that I met at Triple Play in Atlantic City. He works in Brooklyn. So I was like, hey, Brian, what's up? It was a pleasure meeting you. Can't wait for our paths to cross again. This guy is 50 plus years old, a mega broker in Brooklyn. And he says, Neil, this is the first time I've ever gotten a video message. This is so special, right? So that's something that I think that if we can utilize technology that everyone has and the responses that they want to do. Like, for instance, we're trained now to, when we hear that ding for a text message, whatever your sound is, we might ignore an email, but it's almost impossible for us to ignore any type of alert, whether that is going to be text message, if it's a Facebook Messenger, if it's an Instagram message. So use all of these messaging platforms to get our video and our face in front of people, and we should see a higher return. I know I'm just speaking from personal experience. The rate of return is almost triple, maybe quadruple that of an email or even a phone call, and just leaving a voicemail.
Okay. So even the video message for do not call is the same thing. Anything on do not call, you don't touch, and
no,
don't touch it at all. Okay, got it. All right.
Anything else that you picked up, Sean, from yesterday that you want to share with the rest of us?
He said to keep it. He said to let me see here. What they use to say keep it simple, like a tripod. He does use BombBomb and Code Video. You can use software to send the video, which is BombBomb, which you just mentioned, soft lighting and things of that nature, and a Bluetooth remote. You got to make it easy for the customer, like you just mentioned, something like that to make it simple for them. He gave us content to use. I don't know if you can use that much content for the 8-second message. I don't know
now,
if you can do that.
On that, Sean, so what you can do is the content that you're going to be, that you can use for the 8-second video, that's just if you're going to do it on your phone real quick. Hey, how you doing? If you're going to use it anywhere else, there's a lot of content. And then that's where we're going to be using our YouTube. Now, the difference, what Dan is talking about when he says make it easy for the consumer, is he wants, the allure of BombBomb is that it sends the actual video inside of the email. So they don't have to click on a photo and then be taken outside to YouTube. So that's what the allure is. However, if you have to put a photo in, a thumbnail in the email, let them click on that photo, and then just have the auto play like all the YouTubes are. And when it opens up YouTube, it'll just start playing. I believe that it has the similar effect. It's just one step more.
Okay. Then he mentioned soft things like, send a video after listing presentation, like a thank you video with the house featured in the back. He mentioned trying to do small snippets of videos with service vendors and service providers with them if you're not comfortable doing it with by yourself yet. He said just be authentic. Don't worry about 12 and 14 different takes. Just do one take and send it.
Now, did you embrace that when he said it? Did he say did you embrace that one take and send it?
Well, yeah, he and I was going back and forth. It wasn't Dan, it was Ken.
Okay.
Ken and I, we have the same relation because we'll sit there and we'll try to do 12 takes, and I'm like, so, but what if you send it out and it's wrong, or what if you send it out and it don't look right, or you look weird, whatever. He said it doesn't matter. Yeah. So he said that. So we was going back and forth. So he said, so I'm just gonna take a video, take a message, and just boom. I'm old school, so it's got to be. You got to be at least somewhat on point a little bit.
Done beats perfect.
Yeah. He said he spent the all night there and didn't get home to midnight. I said that sounds like me, and I didn't do it. And I understand where he was coming from. He said, so if you can't do it with someone else. And I said, I'm gonna try that one. The Brokers Open, which is what I was thinking of. Maybe how would you do a 8-second video at a Brokers Open when you had an open house showing the place?
No.
Are you doing it every so often?
No. Now, don't forget, when I say 8 seconds, that's only if you're sending a video as a message in a text. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying, 8 seconds. If you're going to be doing an open house, you want to do a long format video. So the long format, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to do a training just on video on the things that I use, when I use what, how I use it, how I take the same videos now and put them on IGTV to maximize my effect. But for the video marketing that I do, and because I've started getting, after doing this for like past 4 years, started to get some really good traction. So I will make sure I do a video on here, and then I'll just upload, like I said, to YouTube, and then share it in the group so you all can see it and answer some of the questions that you might have.
Okay. And then he said, try to keep the video under 2 minutes. Stay with the topic. Stay with one topic. Don't change. You could be talking about, how to sell your house. Give them 3 main topics, then come back and do something else later. But stay on one topic. Then he just gave the equipment, stuff like that, the UBZ tripod. Of course, I ordered that this morning. But I don't have a tripod. So.
Okay, so hold on right there. What I want you guys to hear is what Sean did. He heard someone that's doing it already. He is not trying to recreate, right? No. We're not trying to recreate. Let's find what works, and then let's start implementation. Let's start doing, because all these great ideas we have up here equal this much if we don't start turning them into action. So turn thoughts into actions faster. Turn thoughts into actions faster. When we start doing that, we're going to start seeing better, quicker, and more results.
Well, for me, I'm just picking out something that I can implement in what I'm already doing today. If I'm doing like the for sale by owner calls, and I can do not the expires from the Red X machine, and I can just do the video, clip it, and send it if they are on there, and I can be done with that since I have the emails. Yes. So other than that, if I can implement it what I'm doing now, and it doesn't slow me down or has me to screw up anything, then I implement it. But the text message and video emails, yeah, I think I would definitely start that to clean up, what you guys did yesterday with your phone database, because I have a lot of people in mind too as well.
Okay.
Other than
Good
that,
stuff. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm gonna mute you. Anyone else with anything else this morning? Anyone else with anything else?
I have trouble getting. Hi, good morning. How you doing?
Hi, good morning.
I have trouble getting on like the role playing call on Wednesdays.
You
It just
do.
says like out of the network and something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so
What's going on.
here's, for some reason your service care is not letting you get on. So what I can do is I'll get on the call and then I'll just call you. I'll text you ahead of time and then I'll just call you and I'll just conference you in. And then if you just mute on your end while I'm talking, it'll work just the same.
Okay, cool.
Anyone else? All right, guys, I owe you all a few things. The video or the conference call recording from the script and role play yesterday, that's going to be uploaded today. This video is going to be uploaded today. There are the video that's going to be coming for how to use, what video I use and how I shoot videos and when I shoot videos. That should be uploaded by end of day tomorrow because I'm going to create that one today. The video for the Mobility RE, that should be up tomorrow. And I want you guys to see why I'm going so video heavy. And I want you to understand, I want you guys thinking about everything you do, create some type of video for it, because then you don't have to reteach or re-speak it over and over. But then it's something shareable and your face is in front of people and then you become the authority on that topic. Today at 9:30, the interview that I did with Joanna, my wife, is going to be on Facebook, is going to be on YouTube. We're doing sort of like a premiere type deal. And the reason I did my son last, I'm doing Joanna today on Valentine's Day, because my goal is to get people to like me by seeing that I have people around me that they like or that they probably like more than me. And just like Trey probably helped me save me a listing last night, right? Now, people who might not do business with me initially, when they see my Cuban wife, they might do business with me, right? Or when they see her soft personality, they might do business with me because I am so forward and direct. Right? So always be thinking, and I'm not telling you guys how to do it. I want you guys to understand why I do it and the effects that it's having with, people's idea of my persona. So when you see me if I'm speaking, teaching, or doing a deal, you think I'm a hard-nosed grinder, go, go, go. But then when you see me talk to my son and you see me around my wife, or you see me volunteering at church or feeding the homeless, then you're like, hold on, this is a different guy than the one who's going to bite my head off in the negotiation. Right? So I want you guys to be able to show, and think about that on your personal Facebook pages. Show your personality, show who you are, and then softly put a little bit of business in there, because Facebook is still growing. Even on your business, if you have a business Instagram page, we want to have some of your personality in there as well. All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. You will be receiving some good stuff from me today. Use all those resources. If you're going to be doing those videos, use Florida Realtor, the stats, use SF Market Intel, use information that you're getting from Dan Loman. Use as much as you can. Keep it simple, but done is better than perfect. Love you guys. Don't be average. Be world renowned. Peace. Y'all have a good one, everyone.
Peace.